I was trying to hold my breath, Melita, because you have me on the edge of my seat. Absolutely enthralled. For months and weeks, you have been teasing and telling me that we're going to have something big and we're going to have something wonderful. And really, it's going to be good for everybody and everyone's going to need it. And I have had email after direct message after phone call, and that said, what is it? So, Melita, when are you going to tell us?
Well, Curtis, I think I'm going to tell you right now what is going on. I have been so excited about a project that I personally have been working on for about a year and a half. And when I say I've been working on, I've been thinking about how to put it in a way that people could access it. But really, it's from information and experience with working with women for the past 40 years. I know that women can be wired a little different, Curtis, than the male
You right
counterpart.
there. I'm gonna stop you right there because my therapist says to me, at least every other appointment, men are from what is it? Men are from Mars, women are from Venus.
Venus, that's
So
right.
like he keeps repeating like they're two different. If you like the book or not, it's just we are wired differently. So I agree with that.
Yeah, absolutely. With working with women over the past 40 years, and I have worked in many different fields and that type of thing, I know that there is something that um, women, when things are not right in their life, when they don't physically feel well, mentally feel well, if just things don't settle in the right way, it's very hard for a woman to really excel in any field of her life because there's always that baggage that we carry in our mind of, I'm not doing this right. I should be further along. I need to do it faster. I need to do it. What will they think? What will they think of me? What will the people think of me if I do this or I do that? And
Mm.
then you throw that in the mix with the fact that women have so many responsibilities. I mean, they are the caregivers of the family. They make sure the family does everything from the holidays to meal planning to getting the kids or grandkids where they need to be. And in addition to that, many are working full-time jobs or they are running their own businesses. Some people are doing both. And when you throw all the responsibilities that we carry, along with the fact that sometimes if things just don't feel right in our life, we can't really be the best that we could be. And I know everybody's always looking for the latest, greatest idea or tip or the way to make things happen. But in reality, it really starts with us. And sometimes, people don't consider that. Women don't consider that. They think if I just work harder, if I just do more, if I just get more organized, if I just make a better list, then I will be able to do, the things. And the reality of it is sometimes you can do that for a while, but over time it gets to the point where you just feel like you're stuck. And I experienced that. I experienced it. I remember, just for people who know me or know of me, you know that I am a doer. I am a strategist. I am a fixer. I am figure it out, make it happen, no excuses type of person. But the first time I really ran into that place where I was just stuck was the passing of my mom. I had been with her from, one day she's playing cards with her friends, and then the next day it just seems like everything started falling apart. And in my typical fixer doer, we're going to make this better. I did all the research on which doctors she should see and which things she should be going through. And I didn't trust anybody. I was going to figure it out. And then one day, the doctor just walked in and said, "She's not going to get better.
Mm.
And this is what's going to happen, and this is how she's going to pass." And I remember feeling like it was the first time in my life I couldn't fix it. And that was devastating. And I remember I found this journal just the other day, and it was a journal that you kind of help design your life. Because, when things aren't going right, you're always looking for the thing to help you get back on track. And page after page after page, it was saying, "What do you want?" And I just said, "I want to be happy." And it was written over and over and over. And it was such a miserable point in time for my life. And I knew I needed help. And because I was 100% income for my family, and I was the person that was, driving everybody everywhere they had to be, wherever they had to be. And I showed up every place I was supposed to show up. And I returned every phone call and I dotted every I and I crossed every T. But there was no me inside, And so I did reach out. I did reach out and I invested almost $8,000 in 2 different coaching programs trying to find me again. And did those programs help? Yeah, they did. They helped me get through that process. And I would say the people who were just watching me during that were just saying, "Man, she's so strong. Nothing phases her. She stays focused," because I was never going to let anybody see how bad it was inside. Not even my husband, not my kids. I mean, I am the doer. I will get it done. But those people help me kind of look at, what did I want for my life? And it helped me get through that period of time. The sad part about that is I know people can't afford that. You know, I, I really, looking back, probably couldn't afford it either, but I was desperate, you know? And so it kind of put me back on my feet and I got my strength back again. And then about 3 years ago, I think it's been 3 years ago, I got really knocked off my feet. And many people may have heard, if you know me or know of me, you may have heard that I had a surgery that went very wrong. And it was supposed to be an outpatient surgery, but I ended up being on life support and in the hospital 71 days. And I end up having to go for 3 months for, in-house, physical therapy and rehab to learn how to walk again, to learn how to use my phone again, which is just crazy. Um, but I came out of that thinking a different thought about what did I wanna do with my life now? Because when you almost lose it and you have to do everything you can, I mean, the hardest thing I've ever had to do was to learn how to walk again when that's just so natural for everybody, but it wasn't for me. And it makes you think when you're laying in the hospital bed and you're really thinking, you decide, I am going to create a life I love. And I went back through all of that help that I had received in those programs when my mom was in the process of um, my mom was in the process of passing away. And I looked at all those things that helped me then, but then I looked at all the different women that I had spoken to and worked with over the years. They had all had something that was happening in their life that they just needed help getting past. And so I really started thinking about why do women not accomplish the dreams they have in their heart, or sometimes are even afraid of dreaming? And it's because of those foundational pieces that we have to put back together inside of us and answer that, internal uh, process. We have to figure out how are we mentally, how are we physically, how are we when we present ourselves other places. How are we at making decisions? How are we doing all these things? And I think that when a woman basically puts those pieces together, she can do anything. She's unstoppable, you know? And so, um, what I wanted to do, and that's what I'm working on, is I wanted to put something together for everyone that they could not only go through the process, but it wouldn't cost them $8,000 to do it.
Yay.
Yay.
Yay!
And, um, I've done surveys. I have connected with hundreds and hundreds of women asking, "What do you want? Where are you lost?" I mean, I know how I felt,
Mhm.
but I wanted to get their feedback.
Right.
And so I have created a program, and that program's coming out in a few days. I'm going to share some of the information that I'm going to share some of the information that I received from everybody and some solutions. And over the next few days, you may see an email coming out where I share with you some of the solutions I received and some of the solutions that I want to share with everybody. And I do have a special free webinar by Zoom that I'm inviting everybody to. Okay. And so it is July 28th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to answer some questions, and I'm going to share more about a project a program that I put together for everybody. And, just stay tuned to the Premier Power events emails
Gotcha.
because open them and click them. It will help you. Just even if you don't show up to the webinar, just the next few days of text that I have coming out about every couple days, every 2 or 3 days, I have a video that I've sent to you, Curtis, that you can share with people that can help them answer some of the problems that they face. And I want to help women be able to really create a life that they love
Mhm.
and they truly love. Of course, we all love parts of our lives. We love our children. We love our spouse. We love what we do for a living, maybe. But there's other things in there that if that's empty, then you don't feel fulfilled.
Mhm.
And when you're not fulfilled,
Mhm.
it's hard to be at your top level of achieving what you want in your life. So,
Well, I've just taken a page full of notes, and you haven't even tell me what's happening yet. So
yeah.
I want to be happy. I want to, get that moment of lift. I want to learn to settle. I mean, like, I don't want to invest $8,000. I
No,
all my notes down. So I am so ready for this Zoom, July 28th. What day of the week is that? Do we even
I
know?
don't really even know that.
I don't know either.
Um,
Let's look it up. We've got
okay,
calendars for humans. That's a Tuesday. July 28th is a Tuesday.
okay.
So that's Tuesday evening, 8 Eastern, 7 Central, 6 Mountain, and 4 Pacific. So
Hmm.
that's all those time zones. If you live in, um, Arizona, I can't help you. They just do their own thing. I don't understand Arizona pizza, people,
Right.
I realize this so much, Melita. My mom has been through some surgeries. I've worked with women most of my career, and it's so funny when you get somebody one-on-one and you're just with them, and they're, like you said, a busy mom, a busy, mompreneur, and a busy human doing
Right.
unpaid labor is like what I like to call it, because no one else gonna plan the birthday party, that would be you,
Mhm.
and I sit down with them and we go to order pizza, and they're like, "Oh, get what you like," and I'm like, "No, this is about you, get what you like," and they don't even know what type of pizza they like.
You are so right. You are so right. As women, we're like sponges. We basically absorb what is around us. We absorb what our children like. We absorb what our spouse likes, what our parents like, what our sisters or our best friends like. And we want to make everybody feel okay. And we don't want to be a problem you
Nope.
know? And what happens is when over years you take away and take away and take away, and then one day, and I can remember that day, I can remember exactly where I was, and I stopped at a stoplight and I said, "Where did I go? Where did I go?
Right.
I am not the person I was years ago." And I'm not expecting to be the same person because we have experiences, but when you basically are just hollow and you're just thinking, what should my next step be? I had a lot of time to sit and think that thought when
Sure.
I was in my hospital bed. you
Okay.
know?
Yeah, 7
Um,
days is a long time.
right. I even bought these cute little bracelets. I ordered them from I don't remember where, but it just
Okay.
says it was a little string bracelet, it has a little tie that pulls and a little silver band. It says, "Remember who the F you are." Okay. And I bought like 3 or 4 of those. So I actually, as I was learning to walk again, as I was learning to, I mean, the craziest part about that is I forgot how to make a to-do list. And, like, I lived through high school, through college with my to-do list, right? Through just life. Every business I have been involved with, everything that I have done, I got my list,
Yeah,
you know?
absolutely.
And I sat there and thought to myself, I was laying in the bed and I was like, it was weird. I didn't have a to-do list. And I didn't even know how to prioritize to put it into a to-do list. And it was just, I had to just stop and think, you know, about who I wanted to become and what I wanted to do. And
Right.
from that need and desire, because I never had to figure that out before, except when my mom was passing and then after I was in this surgical chaos.
Yeah,
Um, but I had helped women for over 40 years with those answers and helping them figure it out. And now I want to be able to put it in a way that anybody can access it. Anybody can get the answers that they need
mm,
to find who they were meant to be, what their next chapter would be, how to get physical energy again. I know as we get to a certain age, we start not having the energy we used to. And that also goes with mental energy. I mean, sometimes we get into decision overload because we make the decisions for everybody. We decide what goes on for dinner. We do everybody's calendar. We decide the doctor's appointments. We decide everything. And sometimes you just want someone else to make a daggone decision, you know? And
I think those memes are true. You don't debate about everything in your marriage, you debate, "What are we having for dinner tonight?" That's
yeah,
what you debate.
yeah, yeah. So I just think that this is something that most women have experienced at some level or another. And this special program that I put together, um, it definitely hits an $8,000. But it's something that can help everybody with a 28-day reset and 28 unstoppable reset. And so it's something that someone can access. And over the next 28 days, they can really start filling in some of the emptiness that
Okay.
they have inside so that they can be the best that they want to be. I'm so excited about being able to share this with everybody.
Well, I am so excited about Tuesday night, July 28th, 8 p.m. Eastern time, that we are going to well, you're going to kick this off. I'll just be
Yeah,
there to
yeah,
listen. I don't know what's going on for
yeah.
sure. I just know that I don't like pizza. That's where I'm at in this question. I will be there. We will be there. So tell us some final thoughts here, Melita.
Uh-huh. So on the Zoom event that is free, okay, um, I want everybody to come on board because I am going to give some people some steps and some tips on how the 5 pillars of basically getting it together.
Okay.
And not only am I going to talk about that, so there's going to be some information and that type of thing, but I also have something that I will be telling everybody about, and that is a community that women can join and for so many of us out there, even if we decide to take charge of what we want to tweak or fix or, just grow, everybody around us is not on board. I mean, they don't get it. They really don't get it. And they're like, mom's up something again, or she's doing something else, or,
Uh,
whatever. They don't get it. And this community allows women, it's a private community. I just want to say that up front. It's private,
mhm,
but yet anybody who is wanting to change their life
mhm.
is invited to join it.
Wow.
And so that it just doesn't happen with one event that you get the information and the support, that it's ongoing and it's a place that you can check in each day, each week, with monthly help, support, strategies,
Wow.
um, guest speakers. I mean, it's going to be really great.
Hey.
And I'm going to talk more about that on our Zoom event.
I personally, I'm not a woman and don't fit all these demographics you're talking to, but like I said, I work with them all, and I just see how the lack of community has changed since
Yes,
lockdown and the really the iPhone, the digital revolution that we've talked about
yes,
in several emails and conversations before, the lack of community. So I look for every day for something
yes.
to get plugged in. So I am so grateful you're going to have that opportunity for the people that show up on that Zoom and participate with us. So
Absolutely. And Curtis, I know you are not of the female persuasion, but I might let you join our private community. I might. Okay. So just gotta let you know it's only for those who want to become unstoppable. So I'm excited about it.
that is awesome. Well, thank you, because there is a group photo somewhere of a group that I joined. It was a short, like 6 week
Yeah.
group, and everyone else in the group, there's like 60 people, are female, and then there's me, and I'm like, I promise I'm not here to hurt you. So
But that's really cool though, that because you have been around so many women for so many years that you probably, I would say more so than most, get it because you've had to, probably like myself, talk women off the edge just a little bit when stuff is crazy at home. And sometimes when things are crazy in home, they're crazy in life, crazy in emotions.
mm,
Um, it affects everything. And that's why I put this project together. And I'm just so excited about it. I
I
can't
am too.
wait.
I am too. I've made an alert on my calendar already, July 28th, Tuesday evening, 8 p.m. Eastern, 765. Yes, 765. So
Yes.
make sure you guys tune in. We will be emailing that date out. We'll be posting it. So just like us, follow us, make sure you're getting our emails, make sure you're moving them over to your inbox.
Right.
Don't
Right.
don't mark us as spam.
Yeah,
Just
no.
just don't mark us as spam. We love you. Okay. All right.
That's right, that's right, and, I have prepared some videos, some education for people that, they can access. I do wanna share this with the world. I think that's just my mission, is to help women, have a better life and become more empowered and
Right.
happy,
Right.
because that's all I wanted that year. I just wanted to be happy again. And so be sure as you get the Premier Power event emails over the next few days, open them up and click the video and let me share what I want to tell you that it's all about
Right.
and how to fix and not fix, but come up with solutions for yourself.
Sure. Absolutely.
Okay.
Okay, I can't wait.
I'm excited.
I am too. We'll see you guys there on Tuesday, June 28th, 8 p.m. Eastern.